Hello.
Hello.
This is Africans Leaving America, and we are here with Miss Wanda. Could you please introduce yourself to the platform?
Yes, hello. My name is Wanda Handford, and I am currently residing in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, and I'm so happy to be here and pleased to meet everyone.
Miss Wanda, I want to know what made you move to Africa? What was the big decision to make you want to go to Africa?
Well, a number of things, as you know, of what's going on in America right now. The shooting, the unarmed, our killing of our men, our boys. My heart I couldn't take it. And of course, I came last year, July 2020. And at that time, Corona had hit in February, March. I was just done. I was so ready to come. I did go to Ghana in 2019, first visit on the continent during the year of return. And I really enjoyed it. And I thought about that trip and I said, I have to go back to Africa to live forever. And I don't know how I'm gonna do that financially. So I had to think of a plan as I came back to America, planning on coming to the continent to stay forever. And I couldn't see it at the time because I didn't have the money just like everybody else. Our people, I was done. My heart, I was fed up. I was ready to go because I never really liked America. I never felt like I was at home because we have never been treated special there. So I always said that when I went to the continent, when I went to Ghana, they treated us so special.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, yes, they treated us so special. They welcomed us. I have never in my life
felt that much love
been treated.
You never felt
not
that
even
much
by
love.
my own relatives.
Yeah, not even amongst our own people here in the United States. Like, we are so divided here.
Exactly.
And when I went to Ghana, I just couldn't believe how friendly they were, and also like how together they were. You know what I mean? Like, people pretty much look out for each other there, and that's something that we don't see here in the States. It's so divided here, everybody is out for themselves, and in Africa, it just seems like you just get your peace, you have your peace of mind.
You do. It's amazing. It's a feeling that it's so hard to describe because people ask me how, in America, they always call and say, how do you feel? How does it feel? And I'm like, you just have to come and feel it because it's hard to describe.
It's hard to explain.
Because it's a spiritual connection that we have with the continent. It's more than just physical. So it's going to feel like something we have never experienced before because we don't have peace like that in America. It's nothing. It's not a feeling that I can even describe. Even when I've gone to the nicest places in America, it's different. Within your spirit, it's something different. So, I mean, I was like, okay, I'm leaving. I'm tired of America, the treatment. We don't have to deal with it. We don't have to put up with it. We have a passport. It's a huge world out here in a huge continent, 54 countries. I'm going to pick one. I'm going to find one that I want to come back to. And I was determined. I didn't have the money, but I kind of stepped out on faith with it.
And you know what? Sometimes that's all you need is the faith,
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, when I went to Ghana, I knew that I had to make plans to be able to go live in Africa permanent, Like, it's not a game, And that's why I started the group for people like us, who have never been to Africa but are tired of the United States and want something different, because it's like we have somewhere to go. We really do. Like, we don't have to stay here in America. It's a choice.
Exactly.
And we all have choices, So I really appreciate you coming on this platform. I've been wanting to talk to you for a while. I know you're a busy woman, and so am I. But I'm glad that we finally got together.
Not too busy for our people because this is what my purpose is.
To
wake our people up and to bring them back home.
I'm telling you, sis. And that's why I'm here too. Everybody has their own destiny, and I feel like this is ours.
Yes.
I also want to ask you about the cost of living there. So I know in some places they rent by the year. So does Tanzania rent by the year, or do they do the month?
They do 3 to 6 months normally. It's but for us foreigners, that's what they call us. 3 to 6 months of rent, but the rent is very, for 1 USD, it's 2,320 T shillings.
Okay.
So it's this is one of the cheapest countries to live in, like, meaning you can get so much more for your money. So if you're low income in America and you come here, you'll be middle income. If you're middle income in America, you come here, you upper, middle, and upper. Like, you're like in the top income bracket, which most of the Americans are. Because many of us over here, or that are coming, are middle income. So we have, either they have businesses, or either they have a husband and wife that have a job. So with the two incomes together, or even if it's just one person, if you're making at least 30,000 in America, you live it's a lot over here. Okay. You're almost rich with just 30,000 a year in America. So I say it like this: if we're going to struggle, you may as well struggle here. If you're low income in America, then you may as well come over here. And I know we have to think of a plan and think of ways to make money. And any skills, when I say any skills I've learned since I've been here, and I've been here since July 2020, it's been 10 months this month. Any skills that you have, you can use over here. Every schooling, education, every experience with customer service, whether sweeping, cleaning, cooking, any little thing, you can make money here. You can, even just English, your kids can, if you have children at least 7, 8, 9 and up, they can even teach children their age English. That's a job. Like the kids can pay them like $1 or $2, whatever, T shillings. That's still income for a child to work. That's a job.
Most
like your child
definitely.
is set up in his room, have his room set up, or her room set up like a classroom, and have these Tanzanian kids come over, sit around on the floor, and have just a whiteboard and teach them A, B, C, D, or cat, dog. Just that simple, because they don't know anything. Yeah. And they can just charge for that. That's a personal business. So everything that we have learned, we can use it here. We can do it even in the homes we rent, like the places we rent, we can do a business out of them. So you rent a place for 3 to 6 months.
And
whatever
rent it out for Airbnb.
Right. Yeah, you can. Most of us will do apartments because Airbnbs are more expensive, which they are cheap, but they're more expensive than renting. Okay. So you rent a place, like the place that I am in. I'm in a 2-bedroom, 2 full bathroom, nice area, walking distance from the beach, and my rent is $344 a month. Wow. But I pay every 6 months. So that's like $1,700 or whatever, but I pay for 6 months. I don't have to pay rent for 6 months.
That's what I'm saying. That's not bad compared to America. That's not really bad. Every month, Right. Or you can do 3 months instead of 6 months. So it depends on the landlord or the owner. They'll tell you 6 months, or you can talk them into 3 or 4 months. Because really, our visas are good for 90 days. So that's a good reason for you to tell the landlord, look, our visas, which we know we're staying, but we still have to go to immigration, get extensions, and renew it and leave the country. So we can tell the landlord our visa's only good for 90 days. So can we do 3 months instead of 6 or whatever? A lot of people like to do at least 6 months. Some people even do a year, because when they come over here, they have the money. So they just want to go ahead and just pay it in advance. And that's one thing they don't have to worry about for 6 months to a year. And then the living expensive is just little to none. You can live off of like $30 or $40 per month in terms of like your living, your monthly, and your toiletries.
Yes, because we have a fruit and vegetable stand on the corners outside. And it's changed to buy fruit.
It is. And it's fruit there that you never see in America too.
Exactly.
Like, honey, I fell in love with the soursop. I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, how come I've never seen this fruit before? Right. So it's just like, especially when you shop at the markets, everything is so cheap. You know,
exactly.
It is.
So you can live. I tell people all the time, they don't believe it. I'm like, you can live for little to nothing here. The thing you may have your electricity and your internet. The internet can be pricey based on what you do. So if you do a lot of streaming, you'll have to pay for more. You have to get a larger bundle, so you end up spending more money. That's probably the most you're going to spend, and that's if you're a YouTuber or in your work is primarily online. You probably spend a lot more on internet because they don't have the packages like we do in America. Like
now,
they don't have
part of Tanzania are you in? Are you in Arusha or Dar es Salaam?
I'm in Dar es Salaam, where it's hot. It's tropical here. And Arusha is more like the mountains and it's cooler.
Okay.
But in Dar, I'm by the water, so it's kind of reminds you of like a Florida, California. Just it's hot. So I mean, not
more
humid
tropical.
hot, but by the water. It is beautiful.
Yeah, I saw the water and it's like crystal blue. I've never seen nothing like that in my life.
And when you put your feet in that African Ocean, woo, we call it the East Indian Ocean. You know, I mean we call it the East African Ocean. You know, it's the Indian Ocean.
Yeah.
But it's like a healing. That water does something to your spirit. It does something to your skin. My skin, people have been telling me, your skin looks amazing. It's the sun, the African
sun. That's how my skin was. Like, I couldn't believe how my body had transformed when I was on the continent for like a week. Like, I was having pains in my knee before I came, and when I got there, like, all my pains went away. Like, it was unbelievable. Like, I just couldn't believe it. Even the water.
This is our habitation.
Yeah, I'm saying.
This is not the West. This is our habitation. The sun, even if we don't like the heat, we the sun people.
We are. And that's where we belong. That's where we belong in the sun. And when I tell you over here, they are blocking out the sun in the United States, I've never seen it this cold in May, ever. You know?
Wow.
So they are really messing with the weather here. And I want to know something else too. How did your family feel about you moving to Africa? Like, what were their thoughts? Like, do you have children?
I do. I have a 22-year-old. I was married, but I got divorced in 2011, so I was single. I was married for like 15 years, but my sister, my father, my cousins, everybody thought I was crazy. They thought I was crazy. My son, he was just apprehensive because he's 22 and he's like, but Mom, we never been to Africa. We don't know anything about Africa. I said, I know, but that's our home. So I was still trying to convince him. He didn't think I was crazy, but I actually bought him a ticket to come. When I came, he backed out only at the last minute and wasted my money.
Well, I mean, he sees that you're happy now, so maybe he will eventually come and make a trip.
He's encouraging now. He's very encouraged. He's like, okay, I need to come. And I've been showing him, look at this place. I have a room for you. Have that extra room. Because I was like, so when you come, you have your own room. So I'm trying to prepare the way to encourage him to come. Because I'm like, this place for him especially is a lot safer.
It is, especially him being a black man in America.
Right. Because the police here, they're the only ones with guns and nobody else has guns. And the police get off at 7 o'clock. They work business hours. They don't work all night. So the community polices itself.
That is crazy.
Yes.
But you know what? That's a good thing. That means there's hardly no crime.
Back in the day, though, in the 60s and 50s, during the slavery times, when we first, besides the Ku Klux Klan, but when they first set up, our communities used to police our own stuff because we didn't have policemen to come to protect us. So the men in our communities used to protect us. That was our protection. They protected the home and the neighborhood against, drugs and men hitting on women. They did that, and this is what they do here. Everything they do here, we used to do. This is how we used to manage before Missouri.
And I just wonder, how did we lose our way? Like, what happened to the point that made things what they are today? Because I remember back when I was like, a child in the 80s, things were different, but it wasn't so bad to the point where how it is now.
No.
There's no protection for us here.
When you come over here, it's like night and day. it's almost like we have to tell our sisters, you know, get ready. Because when I say they protect us, when I say, if you have a bag, if you went to Tanzania, he gonna carry your bag. He gonna take it from you, and you're gonna be like, because we used to doing stuff. We like, oh, we got it. No, we get it. Even Uber drivers, they carry your stuff. They open the door for you. They do the whole shiver. They open the door for you to get in. They are so. I would say in America we would say old fashioned. It's how we used to be. Yes. We used to be like this. We lost all this with. I see integration made us lose it, because before integration, we did do each other like that. We did love each other. We did hold the family together. We did respect each other. The women did dress with respect and act with dignity.
And
all
dignity,
that stuff,
yes, honey.
Before integration destroyed it all. Trying to be like them, because we started trying to adopt their ways, their homosexuality. Anyway, we started trying to
we did
the things that they do, the stuff that we didn't do. That was not us. That's them.
That's not who we are.
The continent. You know, these people are us because a lot of the values we used to have. I remember growing up.
They still have them.
We used to have these values. They still have them.
They still have them
because of integration. Yeah, and I see that every day, and I feel so blessed to be here, to have been the first in my family to step foot on the continent.
I'm telling you.
And once I got here, I said, I'm never, ever going back. If I can help it, I pray. I'm like, I don't miss it. Let me think. Only thing I missed, okay, one time I would say I did miss some of the food, because we don't cook soul food out here. We eat Tanzanian food, which is great. It's delicious, but our soul food is kind of the bomb. It's good. Our soul food is good. It's not the healthiest, but it's good. It makes us happy. It feels good, like macaroni and cheese.
It's from the soul.
It's stuff, cabbage, collard greens, mustard greens, all that. They don't have those here, but it's not ours.
It's not
so that's
ours.
The only thing that I missed, because a sister, she was selling plates, and she did a soul food plate. When I say I did feel homesick when I ate that food. I felt like, wow, that's the only thing I missed about being in America is the food, our food.
And you know what? Once we start coming over there more, we will eventually open up soul food restaurants.
Exactly.
Because there are things that we have to bring there to cater to our own selves too.
Exactly.
Because we are still from the United States,
Yeah, we do have kind of a culture.
We do.
The Black people still have a culture in the United States that we created.
Exactly.
So that food has a lot to do with it. I didn't realize that I would feel homesick. When I started, it was so good. We had green beans, macaroni and cheese, cabbage. I felt so homesick for the food. That's the only thing that I start feeling kind of like I missed it, just for the food. Just for the food. They do. And they share. When I say they share everything,
they do.
They share everything.
They are
the goat.
You know what? Like, we really can learn some things from them.
I learned so much.
Me too. And especially with the mannerism.
Yes.
Because they really have good manners. They really do.
They especially in Tanzania. I went to Ghana, and they're very friendly. Everything is a bye-bye, welcome, in Ghana. But Tanzania is on a whole nother level with their politeness. I mean, They are so, they don't even cuss. They don't cuss. Everything is polite. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you. You're welcome. You're very welcome. You're very beautiful. I mean, they just overboard with the manners. It's beautiful.
I cannot wait to visit. I have a girlfriend that lives there. She's from there, but she lives in Arusha, and she's she's there where you are right now in Dar es Salaam right now. She's getting ready to set up a business there, but when she shows me pictures and things, it's beautiful. It really is. I love it.
And the people, we look just. When I say I'm not exaggerating, I've been to Ghana. a lot of the Americans, because of our complexion differences, we look just like Tanzanians. They can, when you come and wrap your hair like how you dress, they will not be able to tell you're not. They'll start talking to you in Swahili, and you have to say, you said to say kidogo. He's meant like little. I know little Swahili. Kidogo means Swahili. And they say, oh. And then they say, where you from? Then they ask you where you're from, and you say, I was born. I don't say I'm from America. I say I was born in America. So because we're not Americans.
We are Africans born in America.
We're Africans first. And actually, they don't really call us Americans. They call us Black Americans. We're like we're like a slave class. We're not Americans. So if American was to come here and get their people, they wouldn't get Black. They would get Americans who are Mzungu. And a lot of people don't really realize that Mzungu is a white person. We call them Mzungu here.
Okay.
But that's what Tanzanians call them. So we've been here so long, we call them that. But in actuality, we're like a slave class. We're not. That's why they always say Black American. Black. They always emphasize because we're not Americans. Americans are white people. Are Mzungu.
Exactly.
So because Americans don't even Black American. That's a lower class. That's a slave class. That's like, I tell Tanzanians, we are treated like foreigners in America, even though we're born there, because they have foreigners here and they don't get the same advantages as Tanzanians. So you can just tell them that and they'll understand how we're treated in America. We're treated how foreigners on the continent. So if you go to Nigeria, well, I say South Africa, for example, they're treated different from the South Africans, or I don't even count that because they have a lot going on, but I would say like in different countries, when a Black person comes from another country, they're not treated the same as that native to that. Ugandan comes to, because they're a foreigner. They're not like, when they buy stuff, they're not going to get the same price. When they register a business, they're not going to get, it's not going to be like a Tanzania. Tanzanians are treated the top of the line because this is their country.
This is their land.
Right. We're not treated. This is a perfect example to Black Americans that's not our land, because we're never treated special there by anybody. We're always treated the worst and the lowest. Even when other people will come, we're never treated. So this is another example that I've learned by being here, for that America is not our home. Because we're not even treated like that. We basically, I guess, we don't really have a home right now, but at least we want to be in a place where we're treated special. And here, they don't know me. I look just like, when I go to immigration, they ask me 3 times every time, are you Tanzanian? I look just like them. So when I go places, I'm treated so special until, I can't talk English, but because I know some Swahili words. So if I speak little, and then I'll say a few words if I'm just by myself in the community, because I don't want to stand out as like foreigner. So
exactly.
I don't talk much, but they don't understand that, like, they think something's wrong with us if we can't speak Swahili, because they don't know, they don't even know our story. They just think we're Tanzanians. They just think that we were like, something happened to us, which it did happen to us,
So they don't know the history of slavery, because in some African countries, they don't teach about that.
The way they are, they don't understand. I think we are here to teach them. I really do, because I have run into so many, and many of us have, that don't know anything. And when we teach them, they just want to be our friend. Can I have your number? They want our number. They just want to be in our presence. They treat us like, almost like we're gods, but you know what I'm saying? They cling to us. We're like super special to them, like, because we teach them, and they will want to come over our house and sit for hours. They want to do, can I be your friend? Can you just call me? They just want to be around us.
That is just wonderful. I love that.
They love us.
I'm just so happy that you chose Tanzania. I am. I'm a Ghanaian wife, of course, but honey, I got love for Tanzania too. I do. And I am most definitely going to make a trip there one day. I have to.
Yes.
You
have to, and I will be here waiting for you to welcome you.
Most definitely. I know it. I know you're not going nowhere.
You'll
be there.
I'm surprised. I've been here almost a year, and I've really been walking by faith because I didn't have income.
But let us know what you're doing now as far as the repatriation journey and helping people come to Tanzania. Let us know a little bit about that.
Okay, so I was doing consultations, and I started last year September, because when I got here in July, everybody from the States and, you know, family members, friends, all my Facebook friends reaching out to me. How is it? How you like it? What's going on? So I was consulting people and encouraging them, come visit, or come repatriate. So I've been doing that so much that, like, our hours are different from yours. So people were calling me like all through the night. I was like up. So I said, you know, I'm gonna have to start charging a fee because it's my time. Like, I'm spending a lot of time giving advice, information. Exactly. So I just started doing consultations, and I charge 30 USD an hour. Most people won't need more than an hour because, I mean, with the stuff that I'm telling them is basically to repatriate, not what I'm talking about now, but this stuff that I help them with is specific stuff like, you know, your ticket, which airline, the visa, immigration, what to say, what not to say. When you get here, what area to stay in. Is if you're working on the internet, you stay in this area. If you like the water, this area. If you like, you know, don't be too far out. So I give them specific advice about hotels, Airbnbs, and then rentals, 3 to 6 months. So I provide a lot of information to prepare. So when they come, they know which hotel to stay in. That's going to have all the things that we're used to from the West, because some of them don't. So have the normal toilet, have lights, water, gas, stuff we're used to, the food, you know. So I have to make sure that our diaspora that come over here that are used to being in the West have all those necessities when they get here, stay there for a while, and then as they get accustomed to lights out and different stuff, they won't panic and freak out. So I kind of prepare them to come here because it's different. It is different. We do have lights out every now and then, not as often as some other countries from what I heard, and it's workable. Most of the areas, the international areas, have internet cafes, and the internet cafes have, food, coffee. It's like a Starbucks type of deal. And then they all have internet, and then they all have generators. So if your particular power in your house goes out, you just get an Uber to the internet cafe and stay there for a couple of hours, do work on the internet, eat dinner, lunch, and then come back home a couple of hours, your power's back on. So it's ways that you can manage, and we kind of teach, I kind of advise them, you know, so that when they come, they won't be, you know, freaking out and just feeling scared or whatever. So, and then I provide English speaking. That's very important because a lot of people can't speak English here because of the education level. So I make sure they have an English speaking Uber driver. If they do it by themselves, it's not a guarantee if they request an Uber, that person is going to be able to speak English. So I provide English speaking Uber drivers and also assistants to take in the shop. So for example, if they have, when they get their apartment or whatever, they'll go with an English speaking Uber driver to the market, and he can help them pick out stuff they need, speak for them, negotiate money, fees, or whatever. Because they'll be, as Americans that hear English, we're gonna be overcharged. It is what it is. It's a fact. It is what it is. It is. Yeah. Because I mean, we have to think about it. It's a poor country. I mean, you know, not a poor country, but it's a lot of poverty in the country, and more than the wealthy and, you know, middle class. So it's going to happen. We just have to we have to make sure we have a guide, like a Tanzanian speaker with us, because he's going to make sure that he negotiates the Tanzanian price, not charging Mzungu price, because it is a such thing as a Tanzanian price and a Mzungu price. And sometimes we're charged the Mzungu price because we speak English, not because of how we look. Because if they go by how we look and we don't talk, we get a Tanzanian price. Exactly. But if you speak English and you don't know Swahili, even if you speak English and you know Swahili, you could possibly get a good price. If you speak only English and not Swahili, you're gonna get Mzungu price. Exactly. Because they're gonna be like, you Mzungu. When they say you Mzungu, not that you are a Mzungu, but you were raised under their system. English is a Mzungu language. So if you speak English, that's Mzungu. We get offended, but English is the white man's language. It's not, right. So we get offended, but it's not necessarily only that they're calling us Mzungu, but that language, and you don't know Swahili, so you get Mzungu price because you live with them, you come from over there, so, and you don't know the language here. So even if you dress like this and look like this, you speak English, you're gonna get a Mzungu price.
Yeah, that's why I had my husband doing all the negotiating in Ghana, because
exactly.
I already knew what time it was, but it's okay. Yep. This is just something that we just gonna have to learn to negotiate, because in America, it's a price tag on everything.
I'm doing so much better, but anyway, let's get back to the business. So I do the consultations, and I am getting a business registered. It's in the process of being registered. It's called Diaspora Connect.
Congratulations.
And, thank you. And so everything I'm doing is going to be legal here in Tanzania, meaning I can rent or lease a brick and mortar office here if I wanted to. Everything is online right now, but by you registering your business in Tanzania, you can open a storefront business here and do work.
Oh my goodness,
so
that is so
I can have
good.
a physical office here and hire. We call them dadas, which are sisters, and they usually help us diaspora with cleaning. So we need a nanny or babysitter. They do that. If we have a big house with a lot of kids and we don't feel like cleaning, it's cheap to get one of the dadas, the sisters, and they clean your house. They can cook for you if you don't feel like cooking dinner every night. Maybe you can get them come twice, you cook whatever days, and then they cook too. Or if you don't feel like washing clothes, they can do it for you once a week. Whatever you need, and because it's a country that's a job you're creating. When you
Exactly.
So it's creating a job for them for income, and then it's helping you. So we work with that's a partnership with a Tanzanian and us, and so that's what mainly what Diaspora Connect is. It's going to be kind of like we're partnering with Tanzanians, because all the service positions under the company are going to be Tanzanians. So we're creating jobs for all these dadas, all these kakas are the brothers. With them, they'll be taking the families to go buy big ticket items. So this is a patriarchal society, a male-dominated society. So certain things you want to send a male to do for us. So if you are buying large ticket items like beds, couches, furniture, a fridge, stove, you want to send a brother, not a sister.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to sell stuff like that. We realize by being here, you want to send a brother. Not that she can't do it, but they don't really do business dealings as much with sisters like we are accustomed to in America. We're used to doing
because
a lot.
The men are the men in Africa and the women are the women.
Exactly.
Like we don't have to be men in Africa how we have to be men here. In America, we are both. Not that we want to be that, but we don't have a choice, until you marry a good husband and he takes over that role. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
But other than that, I want to ask you, how can we get in contact with you as far as like your business goes, what you're doing for the repacks?
Right. So right now I don't have a website yet. I'm working on a website.
Okay.
I have a logo, and I'm going to get some commercials to put on Instagram, Facebook. But right now, my email. I'll give you my email address.
Okay.
And I have a YouTube page. I have an Instagram.
Okay.
So you can connect with me. Facebook. I have all three, so you can connect with me on any of those. I have Cash App and PayPal.
Okay.
So if people want to do a consultation, what they do is they'll reach out to me like on Messenger from Facebook or Instagram or whatever. Say, oh, I'm coming to Tanzania. I'm interested in a consultation. So I'll say, give them my Cash App, PayPal information. They make the payment. Once I get that email saying this person made the payment, then I contact them via WhatsApp, Telegram, or Signal. Now, because of WhatsApp's new policy, a lot of people are going to be getting off of that. So we still have the Signal and we still have Telegram. It's just like WhatsApp in that I can communicate with them. I use those because it's international and it's through it's Wi-Fi. Yeah. So a lot of us don't have the US phones the international numbers like we did in the US. Mm-hmm. So most of us communicate via WhatsApp, Signal, or Telegram until we get here. when we get here, most of us get local phones. All you need is a SIM card.
SIM card.
You can keep you can keep your phone. You buy you a SIM card, Tanzania SIM card, and you can just alternate US. Because I still have a US number because my son is 22. My son, he's still in America, and he has a T-Mobile phone. So I just pay our bill because I need to always be able to contact him.
Exactly.
So a SIM card, but I have no international plan. I have unlimited text, and I have 25 cents a minute calls. So I can still use it, but mainly I use the Tanzanian phone number locally. And I have internet, so you can get internet on it and everything. So, okay. But we'll show you how to. I will show you how to do that. But again, my email address is Wanda JAY. So my first name JAY 0110 @gmail.com. My YouTube is Wanda Juanita. And this is my first name, WANDA, and Juanita is my middle name, JUANITA. It's his daughter of Zion. So that's my YouTube page. And then my Instagram handle is Handford. Handford, my last name, HANDFORD. So it's WHANDFORD1 is my Instagram. And Facebook, is the name. So if they want to reach me any kind of way, they can, any of those methods, they can reach me. It's best to talk to me first before you pay for a consult, because a lot of stuff I give, like this information that I'm talking to you about now, this is general knowledge. This is all on the internet. So this type of stuff I'm not charging for. What I'm charging for is specific hotel where you want me to stay, because we have certain locations that we recommend diaspora stay in, because these are international areas. And then once you get accustomed, as you get here, you can move out based on your comfort level. We don't want to throw you to the wolves when you first get here. You have to adjust to the culture and climate of the country, and the language and the shillings. We have to help you with all that.
Yes.
So you need to be close here to where everybody can get to you. There are thousands and thousands, probably 2,000 or so of us. It's a lot of us here. We're everywhere here. It's a lot of us.
I'm so thankful.
We have taken over this continent.
I'm so thankful. I am. I'm so happy that our people are leaving America for greener pastures. I am. I'm so glad that, our eyes are opening up to the fact that we don't have to stay here.
Yes.
Ancestors, they wish that they could go back home. We are going back home.
Yes.
We are them. So I appreciate you, Miss Wanda. I really do. And look, we need to do a part 2 because we got more to talk about. But the Zoom is only for 30 minutes. So, but I will most definitely be contacting you for a part 2, if that's okay.
That is perfectly fine. My heart's desire is to get our people. It's like I live, sleep, and breathe our people, because I'm looking in America and I'm like, they got to get out.
Yes.
So anything I can do or say, post pictures, videos, because people like to see the outdoors and the trees. I try to show them that, and it draws them in, because they see that it's real and it's beautiful. And we're here and we're safe and we're not in danger. We don't even wear masks or anything here. There's no lockdowns, that I know of. Right? And things are changing, but everything is still good here. No masks, no corona, nobody dying, and of course you have people sick because you have malaria every now and then, but nobody's dying. It's beautiful. It's how it was before corona. You live freely. You can walk freely. You can, no curfews. Everything is open. Everybody out partying all night if they want to. Nothing. We live freely here. We got freedom, and we're actually really free. We're not slaves. We're slaves in America.
Yeah, slaves in America. Oh yeah.
Yes, because we're under that system. But
exactly.
We're not. We're under an African system here, not under Mzungu system. Africans run the continent. They have their issues, but at the end of the day, this is a black continent.
I'm telling you.
We're free here. We're not enslaved here.
It feels so good to go outside and just see your people everywhere. You don't have to worry about racism.
Everywhere. As far as your eyes can see.
Lord.
On the beach, I have never seen so many black people on the beach. in my life. As far as your eyes can see on Saturday and Sundays, that's their thing. The Tanzanians. So many black people on the beach. I've never seen that before. They don't even wear life jackets, and they say we scared of water. You know, in America, they talk about us. They scared of water. These brothers be out there fishing in the water. They don't even wear life jackets.
I love our people.
They don't have life jackets.
I love our people. We are blessed, aren't we? We are blessed.
We are so blessed.
We are.
So proud. Watching them and how they operate, I'm like, we are blessed. We are so blessed.
I'm telling you, you know, it's a whole mindset change when you go to Africa and come back.
It is.
It's a whole mindset change. You be thinking about how am I going to get back to Africa permanent?
That's what I was thinking about when I was in Ghana.
Yeah.
Those 2 weeks, I was at work, girl. I was in La La Land dreaming about the continent, saying I got to get over there.
Girl, I cried when I came back. I was like, why am I here? I hate it here.
Yeah.
Well, Miss Wanda, I gotta go, girlfriend. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You have a blessed night.
You too. It's been a pleasure, and I'll come back for part 2.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.